Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and has featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hi, everybody. Oh, God, I can't keep a straight face when I hear that announcement. Good day to everyone. This is me, Spirit Medium Laura. Welcome to the show, which is a mediumship and messages and healing and a gamut of other things through me as the medium and from Spirit, from God. Okay, so let's just go over a couple of announcements before we get to the phone lines. Usually I start the interaction with you, the audience, about 15 minutes into the hour. This show happens on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time and Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, translate that to your time zone. And what else do I need to say? Well, let me go to the website for the show, which will help prompt me, because today, everybody, my mind is like a sieve. I was awakened by some blowers outside. I live in Florida, and they're very obsessive about gardening in Florida. I don't know if you know Florida at all, but if they see an extra leaf in the road, they're blowing it, and they're always cutting grass. But this morning it was like so early, and it got me in the middle of a dream. So my biorhythms are off today. So please, everybody, be kind to me. Be kind to me. In any event, there is a website for this show, and it is called SpiritMediumTV.com. It's a page on my larger website for SpiritMediumLaura.com. And there you'll find what I'm about to talk about, which is what the show is about. I already mentioned that. We're going to be doing mediumship, and then we will be moving into a mix of other things like messages just about your own life. Maybe I might do some mentoring. I might talk about manifesting, meditation, and medical intuitive intelligence, as well as some more mediumship, depending on who calls in today. But I usually do about 2 different other side connections after I'm done with the group message, which is a channeled message, and all the announcements, and also a special message, which I usually start out with, of something that's of import, perhaps to you. I always feel that whatever's transpiring through my life is synchronistically matched to what you need to hear. Because I believe that the world, that the universe, is a very magical and mystical place indeed. So if you've tuned in today, there's a reason for it. A very important reason, and hopefully the words that I will be saying will relate to some of your needs at this time. So there's a phone number of who to call. There's a phone number to call if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to be in the queue, which is 347-945-5849. Everything I'm about to say is on SpiritMediumTV.com, SpiritMediumTV.com. So if you don't get it the first time, just go to that. I already mentioned when it happens. Okay, so if you want to sail on a private session with me on SpiritMediumTV.com, item 1 goes into how to save 25% in a private session, phone, Skype, or in person. Number 2 is how to win a private session with me. It's a monthly contest. So you're only competing with those individuals that join the mailing list during the month you're in. And the way to enter that contest is to join the mailing list, my mailing list, and just go to SpiritMediumTV.com. Upper right is a form to fill in to join the mailing list. Number 3 is if you want to jump the queue, if you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And that money goes in part to help animals, and I donate right now to a local charity called Desi's, which is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful charity to help dogs and cats, abandoned animals. And then 4, which is an unbelievable surprise, an unbelievable treat for all of you, is that you can watch me live in front of Cam. This is going to YouTube. It's going onto social media. It's a simulcast. It's a simulcast production. You are being part of a simulcast production. So if you want to see me rolling my eyes or making funny faces, just go there. So what am I wanting to talk about today? What do I want to talk about today? Well, I had a very interesting session with a client yesterday. Every now and then there's a standout session for various reasons. Yesterday was an unusual one in that the woman who came to me didn't even know why she was with me. Okay, she didn't know what I could do for her, which is, oh God, if you're a medium or psychic, it's usually not good news if you have somebody sitting in front of you or somebody on the phone or Skype or even on the radio show who's not sure why they're there. Okay, I solve problems, or I'm here to do something. But in any event, we kind of talked about her situation, which is basically that her husband is a very aggressive form of cancer, and she doesn't really know how to handle it. Not that she's overwhelmed with caring for him or anything else, but how to be supportive of him and his stress and her own stress going through this situation. And so, I didn't know what to do. I just kind of, I couldn't do what I normally do, which is go to Spirit, but Spirit did come through in an interesting way. And I thought I would share this with you because it's something that everyone can use. And basically, the theme here is honoring yourself and others as infinite beings will permanently heal your relationships with yourself and with others. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, we all have what I call, or what I'd like to call, intangible assets. In other words, what is it about you that makes you special that is not physical? Okay, maybe you have a good heart. Maybe you have a lot of empathy. Maybe you're the kind of person that when somebody has a problem, you'll sit down, share a cup of coffee with them, and listen. You're just a good listener. Oh, maybe you're very, very courageous in the face of adversity. What are the things about you that make you very, very special, that have more to do with your spirit than with anything physical? Okay, and I told her to keep finding those things about her husband, so that he could move from focusing in on himself as a finite physical being to an infinite, abundant soul. And she loved that idea because it made sense to her that she was going to do this from this point forward, because she felt that this would help him value himself beyond the body that he had to something infinite. And today I thought about it and I said, something, this is even more than I thought it was when it came out and that she liked it. It's so important. For example, if you have low self-esteem, okay, or whatever it is you have in life, you want to love yourself, you truly want to love yourself, look for the parts of you that are intangible and yet productive. Maybe you're highly sensitive. You could see things others don't see. Maybe you'll take on burdens of caring for others where others fail to do that. Like, for example, some people will rescue animals because they have a higher level of empathy than others. Or some people would help young children, maybe in need. Or maybe there's a teacher who's got a classroom filled with really out of control students, little kids, and he or she, this teacher, has an ability of insight to what they really need to get them on the right path to self-discovery and development. So you see, these things have nothing to do with you being physical. They have everything to do with you being spiritual. And when we can start to see these things about ourselves as well as others, well, first yourself. It will improve your relationship with yourself. It will improve your self-esteem. You cannot build self-esteem upon outward features because we all know, that's just fleeting. It's temporary. Okay, I'm pretty. Well, how long's pretty going to last? So built into physicality or material reasons to believe in yourself or like yourself or think well of yourself, built into that is failure. Because you really know, you can't fool yourself. You know those things are just temporary. But a way to have true, unending, infinite self-esteem, I'll just put it like ironclad self-esteem, the kind of self-esteem no one can take from you, is to take inventory on a daily basis of what it is about yourself that is honorable, that is spiritual, that is good, that has nothing to do with your physicality. So what I'm going to do right now, and you can do this with others as well, it will really improve your relationship with others if you do that as well. So what I'd like you all to do right now is just take a moment to think about yourself. I'm going to be silent. Just think about yourself. And see if you could think of one thing that is so special about you that has nothing to do with anything physical. Okay? Just take a moment. Good. And each time you're feeling a little depressed, you're feeling a little lonely, you're feeling a little bit of a failure, remind yourself of your good intangible assets, your desirable intangible assets. Well, I guess asset and desirable is redundant. Remind yourself of your intangible assets, and that will better equip you to live your life effectively on a daily basis. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little meditation, prayer, energy connection, and then I'm going to do some channeling for group message. That was a sort of group message, but the channeling is going to be from Spirit, from the Ones, which is a group of collective souls I've been channeling for this radio show. Okay, so I'd like everybody listening to please sit back in your respective chair or wherever you're, couch, bed. If you're standing up, maybe you might want to sit down and just relax. Sit back. Uncross arms and legs. And now start to breathe from your abdominal area, gently breathing in abdominally and gently releasing your breath abdominally. If you're calling to have a connection with a soul on the other side, then please call in the soul or souls you care to speak with. If you're calling about a question to do with your own life and current situations, then please get those issues clear in your mind and ask that Spirit provide answers to you, either during the show or afterwards. Good. While you do that, I'm going to go off and do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. Good. So what I'd like you to do is take in one more deep, deep breath. And as you exhale, I'd like you to imagine you're sending your energy out so that I may connect all of us. Okay. So what I see today is a lot of green in the audience, meaning healing is needed. A lot of healing is needed. And so we'll be talking probably about that later on. So give me a second to pull in the Ones. We are here, God bless. We are here, the Ones. We are here today to talk to you about your own health and what you're doing in your mind to stay healthy. One of the things that is extremely important to always feel healthy is to think in terms of letting go those things that are no longer working. You need to change. Change is an important element of health. If you're holding on to old things that no longer serve you, old habits perhaps, that never seem to go away, but always get in your way, we would like to talk today about the idea of change, of letting go of what does not work and allowing yourself to have courage to change. Change can feel uncomfortable at first. It may feel unfamiliar to you. It may make you feel insecure, but change is needed. Change is needed for progress. So if you are feeling stuck in your life, ask yourself what you can change, what you can do differently that will allow yourself to have a new and different experience. For it is not possible for spirit to remove boulders from you. You need to decide to remove those boulders by being willing to let go and by being willing to allow change to come into your life. If you are unable to let go of what is not working, we cannot help you to bring in what will work. Imagine that your arms are busy holding on to something. As you can see, if your arms are embraced in what you have now, clinging to it, you have no room to receive something new. Receiving something new is when you let go of what is not working and open up your arms, open up your heart, open up your mind to embrace something new. So today we would like to remind you to look at your life, see what you want in your life, see what you're holding on to instead of that, and let that go so that we may better help you receive something new. Namaste. Yeah, you know something? Kind of makes me wonder what they're saying to me too. Maybe I've been holding on to something. Probably am. So later on, I'm going to take inventory of myself and see what I'm holding on to that's preventing me from receiving what I want. Okay, so I'm going to go to the first person waiting for an other side connection, and that would be Karen, who inadvertently already told me who and why. Hi, Karen. Hi. Which is good. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so I'm just going to connect with your energy and everyone listening. She already mentioned to me she has a brother in spirit who ended his own life, who took his own life. But there's an underbelly to this besides me trying to connect with him and trying to pull in additional evidence to make a positive idea of who he is. She feels in her life that perhaps there's something going on in her own life that's connected to this energy from him. And actually, be honest with you, Karen, as soon as you told me that, I felt a really big, heavy weight come on me of sadness as well. So I think you might be on the right course here. Maybe there's something we need to do with brother. Maybe open up a line of communication with him. I hear the word forgiveness, that he might be looking for that. So you're at area code 519. I'm saying that for a reason so I can connect with your energy. I'm going to close my eyes for a moment and see what we pull in here for you, darling. Hold on. He's here. Okay, he says he's here. I see energy around your aura, which would indicate he's here. Huh. Do you, now, he says something very interesting, or somebody's saying this. I'm going to be a little silly in the beginning until I get a firm connection to him. But what he's saying is blue eyes run in the family. Does anybody have blue eyes, please?
Okay. Oh my gosh, she has the most beautiful blue eyes.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so there you go. He says, and he's laughing now because he's so happy. He's a little bit of a smart aleck right now. Okay, he's a little bit of a smart aleck. I see high energy person, slender build, very frenetic in his energy, actually. And he says very comical in his approach to life. He was out of the box, never in the box, and wouldn't let anybody put him in the box. He also says the word alphabet soup, if you will. And he means by that is a jack of all trades, master of none. A very bright, alert mind is what he's revealing to me now, but very frenetic in his energy and never quite able to get a grasp on who he is, what he wants, where he's going, how he's going to get there, blah, 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 blah. But also, at the same time, very, very insightful about things and seems, or at least he thinks he is, seems to see obstacles, failures that other people can't see. Okay? So he's a person that's outside of the box, but he sees problems where others don't see problems. Instead of using his intellect or his bright mind to find solutions, he's using it to analytically break down things, not seeing the good in things. Does this make sense to you, please, from what you know?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. There's also a B name or Brian or something like that that goes around the situation. And I don't know whose name that is or what that means, but I'll just hand that to you. There's also the word best friend. Best friend. Best friends are needed in life to get things done at work, everywhere. He says, I had no best friends. I felt isolated. I was always isolating myself because I saw flaws in others. And I didn't want to be influenced by the imperfection of others. Now, does that mean he thought he was perfect? I don't know. We'll see. He's going to continue in a moment. I didn't want to be influenced by the imperfection of others, be pulled down by them and their stuff and their thinking. Everybody had something going on in their head that I didn't agree with. He says, even you, Karen, he says, even you're always thinking of something that I didn't agree with. And we did argue a lot when we did get to talk. I was always a little bit different than everyone. I liked myself very much, though. Now, that's an interesting point. He says he liked himself very much. So then why then would you take your own life? Okay, I'm not going to force him to answer that. I'm just letting him know that's what we're thinking. He also shows me something about his attire, his clothing. It's kind of interesting. Let's see if I could get that. Something weird about it. It reminds me of something that's very artsy and creative, particularly in a visual sense. It might have even dressed in a kind of creative way or wearing clothes that are a little bit different. Does that make sense to you, please, Karen? What you know about him?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get to connect with him since he was a little boy, so I just discovered the man he was through the videos that his girlfriend posted. Yeah, so he appeared the way everything you're saying, and but as far as his dress, I wasn't privy to that.
Fine, that's fine, honey. Yeah, well, he's got this creative thing going on, okay? I'll just say it to you that way. He could have been in music, he could have been doing visual art, maybe it was doing nothing, I don't really know, but it gives me this feeling about a very creative type. Oh, and he also says very self-absorbed, which was... He's interesting. He says, I was very self-absorbed, which is karmically pure for who I am. He says, as a soul and as a person on earth, I was very self-absorbed, and I am very self-absorbed. I'm very much focused on myself. I'm kind of selfish, he says, and nobody really liked me because of that. Now, he had a girlfriend, as you already said, so I don't know what that means, but I'm just letting you know this is what he's saying. So he's kind of like all over the map right now. Okay, so now I want to see if he'll let me know why, why does your sister feel the way she does, sad? Are you going to give us something about that, please? I do come in to visit. There's a little bit of guilt about my passing, he says, for everyone around me. He says, I don't want you to feel guilty, or anyone. He says, it was of my own choice. My own volition. I did it myself. It's nobody's fault but my own. He says there's sadness in the family, heavy hearts, very heavy hearts for my passing and my loss. And almost like no one understood why. No one understood why. He says, because I wanted to, that's why. He says, I take full responsibility for that. I am an abstract thinker, and I could not make sense of anything on earth. It just didn't add up to me. In an intangible way or an abstract way, it didn't have any sense to it. He says, my dear girlfriend, she's such a doll. I left her too, and she's very sad about this. But I don't want people to feel sad about this. I want them to understand that I did this of my own choice. I did this because I felt it was the right thing to do. I take full responsibility for it, and I want each of you to turn your back to me and move ahead. I am okay in the world of spirit. I have no problems here. It is better for me here than on earth. For here I fit in more than on earth. Okay. I'm just letting him go, Karen, okay? Would you want to say something, love? Karen?
I just want him to know that I didn't know him, but I always loved him.
Of course. And I think that's part of the feeling of, remorse we have here, is that he's gone. He slipped through your fingers. You weren't close with him when he was here. You had no way to have any closure. So he's trying to let you know that it's not needed. It's okay. He's fine with everything. And then he appreciates your words. Actually, he's giving me these words directly. I appreciate your words to me. He says, I love you very much too, in my own way, and in my own passage to spirit. I am karmically different than other people. I am karmically different than other people. I do not have a purpose on earth. I was there for a short while to experience what it was like on earth, nothing more. I did not want to stay longer. I did not have to stay longer. I was allowed to go to spirit if I chose to do so. And I knew that. And so therefore I went. Oh, interesting. So he's saying to us, not trying, he's saying that it was okay for him to go. He planned the life he was in this past one that you were with him as his sister, to be here for a short while, not a long while. And to be here to see what it is like to be in physicality, which is suggesting a whole gamut of things here. I mean, I could go on with your brother, because he seems to be a very good communicator and a very bright person, but his energy is different than other humans. It's more like a live wire, like as if it is coming from another world and chose to incarnate here for a lifetime. So if you thought he was different, that's why. Okay? He's very, very different. And he even says, I'm karmically different than other souls on earth. I came in for a short while to experience what life is like on earth. I love it here in the spirit world. It's nothing like earth. It's karmically different. Karmically different. In other words, it's different for him. What do you mean by that, honey? I'm asking you, brother. What do you mean by it's karmically different? He says it's karmically different than Earth. He says it's not the same energy. He says, I cannot handle the lower spheres. I wanted to try it once, but it's not for me. I am an ethical person of deep morality, and I cannot be in the earth vibration. It's just not right for me. I come in from other planes and other worlds, other dimensions. I wanted to experience what it was like on earth so that I could turn around and help people that I can help as best I can from the spirit world. I am not supposed to be of earth vibration, never was and never will be, but I can help some people on earth now that I experienced it more. It is important, he says, to experience other dimensions for growth. He says many of you souls out there have experienced other dimensions, and sometimes you don't feel like you fit into earth. Those souls that choose to leave earth, it is karmically okay to do so. It is not needed to stay on earth if it is a harsh vibration for you. I do not want to over preach to everyone out there. However, this is the truth for me, and I honor it fully. I love you, Karen, as my sister, and I wish you well, my dear. And he says, God bless.
Wow.
So yeah, go ahead, honey.
Well, when it's powerful what he's saying, because he chose to be born to a mother. The little boy never had a chance, and he chose a very dark, low side of life, and he experienced a lot of things that most of us don't experience, and he has 3 little tiny children, and just that whole life, which is why I wasn't connected, because I removed myself because it was too dark for me and too heavy for me. And my guilt came from when my father passed away, who adored him, being that light in his life that maybe could have made a difference, but I was fighting getting away from, my own darkness to save my children's lives. And, I always prayed for him, always sent him up, but it was interesting that those around him had isolated themselves from him because of the density and the choices he made on this earth. And then for him to leave, so it brings up that question in my mind, that somebody so beautiful from another realm would choose that to learn and return home so that I get from it that he would be able to help, because he's experienced a darker, lower part of life that most of us never experience.
Exactly.
Shiver.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he's saying. But he, from what you just said, he chose even a lower echelon because he wanted to come in. Now I'm taking liberty here, but those were his words. You'll listen to it again. He came in to get the lower element because it wanted to come in fast, get what it means to be at that vibration, and go back to spirit with that lesson. And if you don't, and another message he's saying for everyone, this is a universal message, some people may not feel comfortable in the denser energies. Now, I don't want to, I'm not suggesting, it's not my words, it's his words, please, everyone. But those are his words, is some people may not feel comfortable in denser energies because they come from other planes and other dimensions. But now he's saying more. This is his words, okay? But it is necessary, he says, he's a very smart guy. He says, it is necessary to fulfill your purpose on earth, whatever it is. I am not suggesting to those who feel uncomfortable in denser energies on earth that they should end their life. No, not at all. I simply am saying that if you do feel that way, if you feel that you're not comfortable in Earth's vibrations, to acknowledge it, understand why you're on Earth, and then take from it what you can. He says, I had completed my journey. That was why I left. That was why I chose to leave. And then he shows me something visually. It looks to me like he's doing something with a pipe, or kind of like a cup with it. I don't know what that is. It reminds me of drugs of some sort. Is that how he took his life, sweetheart?
He used a gun. He shot himself.
Oh, okay. Okay, now he's saying something else about that. Did he take drugs though at all, honey? Did he do any kind of freebasing or something like that? Did you do anything like that?
It's possible. It's absolutely possible.
Yeah. Well,
he spent a lot of his life in prison, and his beautiful girlfriend tried to help him, and then she was going to leave him at New Year's Eve, and that's from her account.
Well, don't tell me. Well, let me say this. I just want you to answer that question. Don't tell me how, because he was going to say it was not premeditated. His
okay. No.
It was not premeditated. He was going to say it was sudden, and he knew it had to happen, and that's how it happened. Okay. So anyway, if you're let me just ask him one other thing. Is there any reason? Are you coming in to visit the family? Do you need to be transferred to the light? Are you? I don't feel he needs to be transferred to the light, but let me just double check with him. I'm okay now. He says I did hang around for a period of time, looking to find the light, but I found the light and I've moved through. So he's in spirit. He's not haunting anyone on earth or anything like that. Okay.
The bee was my sister Brenda, who I was so grateful was able to be there for his loved ones, the people, his girlfriend, which was a blessing. And just so you know, he has the most beautiful, beautiful blue eyes I've ever seen. They were definitely not from this realm.
Definitely not. Definitely not. He's not of this realm. All right. All right, honey. Well, thank you so much for calling in, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Thank you for the healing. I love you.
Sure, love you too. Bye-bye, honey. Bye. Oh, that was a different one. Okay, I have one other side connection here. It's Michelle. It sounds like she's still in mourning and grief. Hello, Michelle, sweetheart. How are you feeling today? You sad, love? Michelle?
Yes, hello.
Oh, hi, honey.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here, honey. It feels to me like there's a female to you in spirit. It's a loving, motherly energy. I'm just going to give that a very quick look and see if you understand that, or, we'll see what you do with that, okay?
Okay.
All right, this is Michelle. She wants another side connection, 954. So there's a family friend, not a mother. So if she's older than you or whatever, then like from a older generation, then she's not directly a bloodline to you. Okay, she's a family friend. She seems to be carrying some extra weight on her, mostly in her torso area, meaning what the torso is. Okay, she's full figured in the torso area. She says she has a lot of blood issues before she enters the spirit world. She's coughing. There's a lot of phlegm in her chest and her throat area. I see shorter hair, and she's shorter hair. It's got a wave to it. Looks like it's dark with some white in it. Okay, and there's some kind of a wave to it. Now, from what I've just said so far, do you understand this person, please?
I believe so.
Okay. She's also got a wider nose, full cheeks, okay, full lips. She says a thick, coarse mouth. I'm sorry, this is what she says about herself. She says, I didn't like my mouth very much or my face very much. She says, I never really felt good about myself growing up. And also, there was a lot of verbal abuse in her own family, which caused her a lot of sadness in her own mind and the way she handled her own life. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yes.
Okay, she's very unhappy. Okay, very, very unhappy. She says, I have to, there seems to be, even though I told you that she has blood issues and coughing and phlegm, there's something here that's a little different, and I'm trying to pull it through. Hold on for a second, please. I'm unhappy with myself when I'm on Earth. There's a lot of anger around me. People are not happy with me. I feel alone a lot. She says, you were my friend. Not the only friend I had, but you were my friend, and there's other friends I had in life. She does say she's a little older than you or older than you. She says, I'm not a mother to you. However, there was a kindness that I could give to you because you, Michelle, very much like her, we had a simpatico or an understanding between ourselves. She says she came into your life to give you love you couldn't get elsewhere, and you were in her life to give her love that she didn't have elsewhere. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yeah, but I'm not really sure exactly who you're talking about.
Okay. Now, I thought you said you thought you knew who it was, love.
I did, but now it's kind of getting, I'm not sure.
It's a little confusing to you. Okay. So let's break it down. She's overweight in her torso. She's got dark hair, but she also has white in it. She's older than you. She's not your blood relative. She's more of a friend. Do you agree with that, please?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I need to know a yes, and a definite yes. If it's not, that's fine. I'll go back. I'll have to break it down because there's somewhere we went the wrong road there. Or maybe it's correct, but it needs to be refined a little bit. Okay, so she's overweight. She also says she has coughing and phlegm and blood issues. Do you understand that, please?
I'm not sure about the blood issues.
But you do understand the coughing and the phlegm, something going on in the lung area? Okay. All right, so we'll put that there. There's also, now you don't know her from childhood. I mean, you don't know her childhood. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay, that's probably why you may not know, but she claims to have been abused when she was younger, or she didn't get a lot of love at home. Okay, now you can't confirm that, right? You can't confirm that because you just don't know. Is that correct, honey?
Right.
Is that correct? Yes or no, please? Okay. So this is what she's adding this in because if you knew her as you know her as, she's like almost a mother figure to you, or she's older than you, like an older sister or something like that. You don't know all those things, but she says that you have been abused. Is that correct, please? That you didn't have a lot of love at home.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that's what she's saying, that you didn't have a lot of love at home, and she's trying to step in to be sort of loving towards you, even if it's just as a friend or, whatever you want to call that. Do you understand that about your relationship with her, please? Yes or no, please?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So that's the thing there, okay? I'm just trying to frame that for you. And she says one of the reasons, this is for you to know today, that she was attracted to be there for you, knowing that you were not being loved properly, is because she wasn't loved properly, you see. So this motivated her to give you love that you weren't getting at home because she could understand how that feels. Okay, so that's important for you to know because maybe she never said that to you. So I'm going to just pull in a few other things about her, and then we'll go to more of a personal message. I have a sense of her having a child under her that's a male or a boy. Does she have a child also, honey, that was a male, or even a grandchild, something like that? Or do you have a brother?
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I got
Yeah,
that.
she did.
Okay, good. And she's a very loving and kind person. She's very matronly in her old age, meaning that she doesn't look like a superstar. She's just kind of like not attractive. Now, we already said that 2, 3 times about her. Interesting. She says it again. Did you know that she didn't feel good about her looks? Because she said this a few times here. Maybe she never said it to you.
No,
You didn't know that. Okay.
no.
Did she have fuller lips?
Yeah.
Okay, and a little bit of a well, it seems like a wider nose from what she showed me. She's telling me she wasn't thrilled with her appearance, which is kind of interesting. But that all goes into why she wanted to be there for you, because it made her feel good about herself, to be of use to you, to be mothering to you, to be loving towards you. So that's something else you didn't know, but she's telling you today, which is an interesting point. I don't know why she would want to say that. Maybe she'll say some reason why. Okay, she's going to say now why. The reason is, I want you to know I love you, and I'm there for you. And I also want you to know something you didn't know about me, which is why I wanted to be there for you, was to help you in ways no one helped me growing up. Nobody was there for me. And I miss you very much. I know you miss me very much. She says, I'm there for you anytime you need me. Just call upon me. Just call my name out and I will be there for you. I hear a name like a Marion or a Mary or a Marilyn, M-A-R name. I don't know whose name that would be, or somebody in the family, or what that is. I just always give the names that pop in. And she says, use that, and I'm going to see if I can get it. Use that thing I gave you before I slipped to God, that special prayer I gave you to think of me. She says, and I will be there instantly for you. Some kind of, she says it's a prayer. I don't know what that is. Let's see what that is. There's a prayer that I gave you. She says, a way to think of me before I left Earth. I said, think of me this way, and I will be there for you. Does it make sense to you, Michelle?
No.
Okay. Well, just pray and ask for her to come in, and then she will come in for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you so much for calling in today, honey. And God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. That was an interesting one. Very interesting. Okay, I'm going to go to Felicia, who has a life question. And Felicia, honey?
Yes.
What I want you to do when you ask your question is just ask the question. Don't give me any background, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, honey.
How soon would I be able to get the finances to get me a vehicle?
Okay, let's see. Poor Felicia doesn't have a vehicle. Oh, my goodness. Poor baby. How soon to get a car? Well, a few months at most. It does take a little bit of work saving. You will get it. Don't worry about it. But right now, whoever you're relying on, it feels like a family member you're relying on to get you around. That has to that has to suffice for a while longer. You will be able to get the car more in the spring. It feels to me like there's somebody coming in with a car in your life or around you that's going to be getting rid of an old car, and it will be very cost effective for you, but yet not worn and torn. A lucky break. That can come in sooner rather than later. Okay. But the only way to do that is just keep praying that it happened earlier. But what you need is somebody to kind of get rid of their car at a very good cost for you, or almost give it away, actually, because the idea of you saving enough money, for a brand new spanking car is overwhelming to you. And so the best bet is that somebody who somebody you know is going to be able to give you a car. So you just need to keep praying for that. And it feels like somebody perhaps in your family or around your family is of the senior generation that won't be needing the vehicle anymore. Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Because I moved away from my family, so.
Well, you never know. I mean, maybe it is in your family that they're maybe it is somebody in your family, and you just have to get the car from them. But keep praying for that car to come into your life, and I do see it by April to May. Okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. You're welcome, love. Bye-bye. That's a downer. Poor baby. Okay, I'm going to go to Missy, who's been waiting very patiently for a healing. Hello, Missy. How you doing, sweetie?
Hi. Fine. How are you?
I'm doing great, love. Now, are you the young lady that I spoke with last week, and I did a healing? I found something to do with self-esteem. Are you the same person?
No.
Okay. Okay, hold on for a second. Do you want to say what the healing is? I might as well just do that. Go ahead and say what you need a healing in.
Cancer.
Cancer, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, sweetheart, let's go to that. All right, let me just go to your, this is Missy 219. So I am being taken to part of your lymph system. I'm actually being taken to your spleen, which would indicate to me that there's either something going on in your chest area on the left side, or that your immune system needs to be buoyed up. But in any event, I'm going to send in a lot of energy there. Oh, maybe it's in your breast. Is it breast cancer, sweetie? Because it's in the upper left portion of your screen of your chest. They're sending me to.
No.
Okay, so I'm just going to send energy into the spleen, which is part of the lymph system. Setting that in. Love and healing. Love and healing. And the prayer I'm going to use for this is give Missy the belief system to know that she can be healed completely, totally, and absolutely. Missy, you're a beautiful soul of high energy, love, and light. Allow yourself to accept the healing now. You are being healed from spirit at a very high level. Your guides and angels are working with you to release the toxins in your system, to allow your blood to flow better, to bring in the elements that are needed for healing. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Now, for what, I don't know why I am being drawn to that area. It's like under your left arm, down into the, I guess the rib cage area. There's something there that's bothering me. Does that make any sense to you, Missy, as far as what is awry in your system? Does that make, other than me saying it's your lymph system, which has to do with your immune system, does that make any sense to you other than that, love?
No, I don't know.
Okay. All right, let's just see what else we get here. I think it's mostly because that is where part of the lymph system is, and the spleen is part of the lymph system, which has to do with the immune system. And then under the armpit is where some additional lymph nodes are. Okay, so going here, I'm also being taken to go around your neck area, at the base of your neck, which is also an area that needs to be boosted energetically for immune system. Okay, so what I'm getting is mostly your immune system needs to be boosted to help fight this, this thing that's going on with you. Okay, hold on. There's something about the eyes and behind the eyes that also is troubling to me. In the head. Okay, let me see what else I get here. Okay, and also they're saying something about the liver is very affected by this. Okay, now, obviously you need to, I'm only in complement, not replacement for licensed professional advice, right? You know that. I've sent in, right? I sent in energy and intention and for healing. And the thing that I'm picking up is mostly to boost the immune system in any way that you can. And there's a lot of toxicity in the blood, and also in the liver. So in a holistic healing sense, one would try to do some kind of a clearing of toxins in the blood, which would help the immune system. So if you're not doing that, you might want to go to a naturopathic physician to work with this on that, or even an MD, somebody that works holistically with you. What is the cancer? Because I'm not seeing anything except it seems to be already in your system, in the blood. What is the cancer, love?
Skin.
What is it?
Skin.
Skin cancer. Oh, maybe that's why I'm under the armpit on the left side, although the cancer might not have been there. Is it the aggressive form of skin cancer, honey?
No.
Oh, that's
good. They're checking for more, though. They're checking for more.
Okay. Well, That's probably why I was like almost on your skin. I didn't know what the heck that was. Well, I just want you to know one of the most curable forms of cancer is skin cancer, and particularly done through health and nutrition. And I ran into somebody who had a very aggressive form of skin cancer and he was allowed into a test. But you don't have the aggressive form, so this is not for you. But he was allowed into a new drug program to be tested, be part of that group. But he also started to change his diet according to some book he read on curing skin cancer through diet. The diet is basically almost vegan, but it's a very healthy diet. So that's why I kind of get maybe working with nutrition and diet and removing toxins in your system would help you a lot. And again, in complement to, not replacement for your favorite licensed professional. Okay, sweetheart?
Right.
All right, love. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. God bless.
Thank you.
All right, honey.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, and so I'm going to go to somebody else who's been waiting a very long time. Looks like Maria. Okay. Hello, Maria. How are you, honey?
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm doing great, darling. Okay, so just give me your question, Maria. Do not give me a lot of background, okay?
Okay, my question is, when am I going to find a loving, committed relationship in my life?
Okay. When will it happen? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. All right, let's go to Maria 305. All right, let me see what I could get for you energetically. Well, one of the things, there's some things that have to happen in you before you're able to attract it in. Okay? All right. And how do you feel about your lovability quotient, Maria? What do you think of it? Do you think that there are any obstacles to you finding love? Because I'm picking up that you do feel that way.
Yes, I do feel that way. I do feel that way.
Okay, so what?
I feel.
Yeah. Go ahead. You feel what, love? Go ahead.
Okay. I feel like I'm old.
Okay.
You know, and it's hard at my age.
Okay.
To find like a real true love.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do an energy clearing on you. Okay. I'm going to look into your chakras. Are you carrying? How do you feel about your body right now? Because that's one of the things I think you're not. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's not great. I'm not heavy. I'm not thin. I'm like average.
Okay. So then it's just a sense I get of you feeling weighted down and, like maybe not that buoyant. So we're going to work on that right now. I'm in your root chakra. I'm sending a beautiful red light. You are capable of love, Maria, and you are attracting love now. I'm in your sacral chakra, and I'm sending in beautiful coral light. Maria is very open to love, and she is capable of love. She also is attracting love now. Her fine sense of nurturing and caring for others is one of her golden offerings to attract and love. So remember, I don't know if you were listening earlier, but if you weren't, something about looking at yourself and your intangible assets.
Yes.
Right? Did you hear that? Okay, so that's
yes,
very
yes, I did.
good. So your intangible asset is a beautiful sense of nurturing that you can give somebody else as you give yourself. Very loving, and you're also very accepting and a very kind and giving person. So we're putting that in your belief systems at the sacral chakra in the solar plexus. Okay, you're self-supporting. You're not needy. You don't need anybody. You're here to complement somebody's life and to empower them as you would be empowered in the connection. We're sending in beautiful yellow light to help with your belief system. We're going up to the heart area. There is a loss from the past that does prevent you right now. We're going to release it. There's a tragedy there, some kind of a loss, fear, almost a fear of being loved again or being in love again. Are you familiar with this, please?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to release that. Whatever happened in the past is over and done. You are now free to love, and you will attract love in. That is in the past. That is a one-time occurrence for you, and it was there to help you learn what your value and worth is and how better to love yourself and then another. It is for your good it happened, not for your bad, and it will not happen again. You're sending that in. These words are being channeled for you. Okay? It feels like you lost somebody that you cared about dearly to tragedy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Was it a brother or a son or something? It feels like a younger male.
If I tell you, you'll laugh. It was my dog.
Oh.
But he was my son.
Yeah. Well, that's fine, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was my son, and
okay.
yeah.
Well, it's important to understand that when we, an animal is just as important as a human. Okay, and that these things affect us just as much as it's somebody dear to you that you lost, and so you have in there like a trauma. So I'm releasing that. Your dog is happy in spirit now, and he loves you very much. He says hello, mommy. He gives you some big licks and hugs. He's happy as could be. Okay, going to the throat area, we got a lot of light blue in that area. We're sending that in. You're able to speak your truth in a peaceful and loving way. Fear not, my dear, love is around the bend. Going to third eye. Okay, and so you have fear that this lifetime is not meant for you to have pure love. We are sending in the idea, the belief system, that everything you think about love is not necessarily so. This lifetime you're capable of having love just like any other lifetime. We release any toxic belief systems that have to do with karma this lifetime preventing you from love, sending in white light down to the earth, pulling in green light up from the earth, out through the top, pulling in pink light through the crown down into the earth, setting your vibration at a higher frequency with all miracles are possible. And now we release you karmically from any bond or ties you have or any belief systems that you have to not believing in love for yourself. And know from this point forward that you are shrouded in the light pink energy of unconditional Christ consciousness and love, and you are capable of attracting love every day in every way. Namaste. Okay, my dear, you are good to go.
Thank you. Namaste to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, love. God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless.
Okay, and we've got Marie, who's got a life question. I'm going to go there now. I don't think I did Marie. Marie, I didn't work with you, right, honey? No.
No.
Okay, sweetie, just give me your question, no background, okay?
Love.
Okay, is that a question? You want me to look into will you have love? Do you have an existing relationship? Will you have love? Do you want me to figure that out, or you want me to look at a relationship?
It's a relationship.
Oh.
A big decision.
Okay, let me just go to that. Marie 724. Hold on. It's Marie, not Maria. Thank you, Marie.
Correct.
Okay. You should stay with this person. I'm getting that. I'm getting that it's up to you to decide, not that it's out of, it's like a decision, as if he's done something that's very, very bad, and that you don't know really if you should stay or go. Am I on the right course there, honey? Because I do need to know that before I can give you more of an answer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I get that he does mean what he's saying, and that it would be better to stay than to go. I do feel you have very strong feelings for this person. You're just wondering if the transgression or what he's done will happen again. And I'm getting that he does mean what he says. He has full intention to not do that again, and that everything would be better from this point forward. There's also something about you being supportive of him that is very important here. Let me see if I can pick up why they say that. You have to be supportive of him because it's good for you to do so. So it takes courage. It's going to develop you as a human being. And what is developing in you, because that's why I had to stop for a moment, because I'm like, why does she have to be supportive of somebody else? Is because it's going to be supportive of you.
90 seconds.
It helps you, Marie, believe in yourself. Believe in your strength. It helps you strengthen as an individual to follow this through to conclusion. In the interim, you're going to gain a lot of valuable life skills. You're going to learn about yourself and how to love yourself. And in the it doesn't mean that he's going to be perfect. It means you're going to grow. And then finally, what's going to happen in conclusion is the two of you will probably learn how to be with each other versus not be with each other.
60 seconds.
But I can't guarantee that because human choices involved along the path. But being with this situation now is going to be extremely important for you to develop yourself as a beautiful, magnificent soul, and create the possibility of harmony and happiness with this person in the future. Okay, my dear?
Okay.
All righty. God bless, honey. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, everybody, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in today. Okay, do we have 29 seconds left? Woo, that's a whole lot of time. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I look forward to working with you on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you would like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com, and you can get a 25% discount if you put in radio show in the event code field. Namaste.
10 seconds.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for using Blog Talk